kids. Fuck the kids? Yeah.
When I say, who's the master? You say, so no.
What is up, guys? Showing up the King here, back with another toy review. And today I'm bringing you the review for S.H.Figuarts Marvel's Avengers Tech on Venom Symbiote Wolverine. God damn, this thing look good. It look good. So again, you can take a look at the box. Here on the back, we have the Tech on Iron Man, which I do own. I don't own the Captain America, and I'm probably not gonna I'm not gonna purchase any of the other ones. The only reason why I bought this is because I love Venom, I love Wolverine. So if you mash those together with some like symbiotic tech, I'm gonna buy it. So that's the box. Let's go ahead and get this thing open and take a look. All right, we got some instructions here. And here we have the figure out of the packaging. He actually looks like he comes when he gives some boosters. He comes like some little tendrils, and this is the thing that I like the most. These adamantium like tech tendrils. Like, this thing is amazing looking. And he comes with a little case. All right, let's get this thing open. All right, guys, so here we have the Tech on Wolverine Venomized suit. Now, my understanding of this storyline is again, this is something that I am not familiar with at all. Again, this is just something that I saw and I really, really dug it, so I decided to go ahead and buy it. So it looks like the story is that Red Skull used some sort of magical item to strip all the heroes of their superpowers. So the superheroes had to turn to Tony Stark in order to get some suits that would give them somewhat of their power. So all these Iron Man suits these characters are in are just because their people lost their powers, and that's how we have this Wolverine suit, which then gets infected with the symbiote, which turns him into the Tech on Venom Wolverine. So that's kind of the story there. Now again, you can take a look at the mask here. It is actually a very good material. It feels like die cast, even though I know it's plastic, and it just looks really, really good. Like, you can see the venomized teeth here and the mask and the red eyes. I love the like metallic look to it. It is a very, very nice figure. Now, as far as articulation is concerned, again, some of these joints are a bit stiff, but we're going to take a look at them. So we have double jointed knees, as you can see here. We do have a little bit of hip swivel here. The feet toe hinge. The toe can go up and down. The arms. You have these shoulder pads here. If they don't get into the way, you can do a full T-split. Waist. Full rotation. The waist can look down about that high, that much. He can look up about that much. The head, left, right, up, down. Down. Can't look up that much. Again, we have this gauntlet here that can also move independently as well. I believe this is double jointed elbows. Yep, double jointed elbows. Actually, the articulation on this thing is amazing. Amazing. All right, let's go ahead and get him all teched out. All right, so here we have Tech on Venom Wolverine, all suited up. I guess the technical term is his name is Venom Symbiote Wolverine. And as you can see here, I added on the pink tendrils. I added on his adamantium claws, which are super duper long and hooked. So once he stabs you and pulls out, it's a wrap for you, boy. He's pulling out some internal organs. So yeah, it's a one-hit KO with this. But if again, I'm looking at the figure in its totality, it looks amazing. There is one major gripe that I have with this thing. So you guys can see here these little pink tendrils that are plugging into his chest and into his back and then into his arms. Those tendrils are made of a non-malleable plastic, which means that they don't bend very easily. And for some odd reason, S.H.Figuarts thought it would be a great idea to just have them port into these pieces, not realizing that it limits the articulation in the arms for the figure itself. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and get them off the spinner. So yeah, what I mean by that is, as you guys saw when I did the articulation test earlier, now when you do the articulation, you are limited by the rotation of these tendrils. So again, you can pretty much put them in certain positions and then boom, as easy as it came in, it pops out right here on the back. So then, and then as you can see here, it pops out down here as well. And again, that's just me putting them in a standard arm position. And again, these things popping out everywhere. It is super duper annoying. And again, I don't know what they were thinking. Like if they were going to use this feature, which I do think looks amazing, they should have definitely figured out a way to do it where these plastic tubes would be more malleable. Because again, as you can see here, this one is completely popped out. And again, basically the only way you can get this to work is to get it into a position that you really want it in and then put the tendrils back in, which is just a big, huge bummer in my opinion. Because again, they're not even put in here pretty tight. So again, they just had this little tiny porthole. You port it in and then you find the other hole here. And you're supposed to just port it in here. But again, anytime you want to do any sort of dynamic pose or anything, there is a huge potential for it to pop out. So that is a big, 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 big problem for me. All right, so again, as far as the claws go, there's a little L-shaped port here on the little gauntlet. You simply just plug that in, and that's how you get the claws in. And again, here it comes, popping out again. Yeah, this is definitely gonna lose some points for this, guys. S.H.Figuarts, you guys have been in business way too long to be making mistakes like that. So yeah, that's gonna be a problem. Yeah, so I went ahead and just took those out for the remainder of the review because it's just starting to annoy me. Like that is really a big issue for me. But anyway, he only comes with a couple of other little bit of accessories. So let's go ahead and take a look at him. He comes with repulsor hands, as you can see here. We have the repulsor technology here. This is like an open, kind of like styling pose. We also have kind of like a pose, again, stylish hand. And we got more of a, that one matches that one. And then this one matches this one. He also comes with repulsors. Now, here's the funny part. I thought this was hilarious. So, at first I thought I was missing a piece because you see these repulsors here. These get planted into the feet. You can just take them here and plug it right into his feet, like so. So he kind of gets like the floating repulsor. Again, this is an Iron Man suit, so, you know, all Iron Man suits can fly. So you can, you know, he can kind of hover, looks cool. But then they have this one, and I thought it was weird because I was like, okay, where's this supposed to go? So he's supposed to be able to have one for his repulsor blasters on his hands and then his boosters for his feet. But then when I actually looked at the instructions, these are supposed to go to the Tech on Iron Man, and they don't actually work on the Wolverine. So the ones on the Wolverine, he doesn't actually have anything that gets attached to his hands as far as like repulsor go. We just have these. These don't work with these. He just comes with, these are, if you already purchased the Tech on Iron Man, apparently he's supposed to use these on that. Again, very odd choice for S.H.Figuarts. I don't know why they did that. And then we have the tendrils from the claw set, and these apparently are able to come out individually. I did not know that. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, that's kind of cool. And I'll tell you why. So if you wanted to kind of, on one hand, if you wanted to kind of just have one tendril out or two tendrils out, you can do that. That's kind of probably what they decided to do with it. So, yeah. And it kind of fits that same L-shaped look where you would just hook it onto the figure, and I'll show you that right now. And here is the extended tendrils placed on the Venomized Wolverine. And again, I will say it looks amazing. The claws hold up very well. And again, like I said, as you can see, I do have the pink tendrils put back in. Once you kind of get them in the pose that you want, you got to kind of add the tendrils on. It is really a shame that S.H.Figuarts didn't think to make more bendable pink tendrils. But again, they do look really good once you get them in a position that you want them to be in. I mean, this thing is an amazing figure. Again, it's very light on. It has just enough accessories that makes it a good figure. But again, like I said, the only issue that I have is with those tendrils, the little pink ones. So let's go ahead and do some size comparisons, and we'll get this thing done. And here we have the first side by side. We have the Tech on Iron Man standing next to the Tech on Wolverine. As you can see, they still both have that same metallic look. Even though it's plastic, it looks like and feels like it's a premium die-cast quality. They look really good next to each other. And up next, we have the Tech on Wolverine next to the Mafex Wolverine 90s edition, again, which is my favorite Wolverine of all time. And again, unlike most of you people, I love the long claws. And the only difference I would say is that I think that S.H.Figuarts could have done a more metallic look to the claws. They do look silver, but they look a little bit more gray than silver. And last and certainly not least, we have the Venom standing next to the Venomized Wolverine. Again, as you can see, the tongue pink is where you see the pink tendrils on the Tech on. You can also see a lot of the matte colors are also matching from the Venom. And for those who don't know, this is the Back in Black Venom. I believe this is the 1-2-pack with the Null figure. All right, so final thoughts. I think this was a pretty solid release from S.H.Figuarts in the Tech on Avengers line. I definitely think if you are a fan of Wolverine, Venom, or Iron Man, you should definitely pick this up. Again, out of everything that I had that I loved about this, the only real issue I had was with the pink tendrils. I really think that S.H.Figuarts dropped the ball on not making these things a little bit more bendy. But other than that, I really can't dock it too much points. I definitely will give this thing a solid 8.5 out of 10. Again, I did have to dock some points because of the tendrils, but it's definitely not enough that will deter you guys from wanting to purchase it. Again, let me know what you guys think. Comment in the section below. Thumbs up the video. And again, support the channel. Without the channel, it wouldn't have any reason to be making these videos. So thank you guys so much for all your help, and see you in the next one. Peace.